A South Toledo neighborhood dealt with a 20-hour power outage, meaning no AC through the hot temperatures last night and this morning. So is there a way to reduce any of the chances of getting your power turned off? And what is First Energy doing in times like this? Anthony DeFilippo spoke to neighbors in the Crossgates neighborhood today and joins us in studio. Anthony, what were their main concerns with Toledo Edison tonight?
Well, Kaylee, neighbors tell me their biggest frustration was the constantly changing restoration times. Some say they were given estimates through last night and into the afternoon today. First Energy says Toledo Edison crews were working around the clock to get power restored. Around 5:30 Tuesday night, some homes in the Crossgates neighborhood near Cherry Lawn Drive went dark after a tree fell on a power line.
I heard a big boom and then saw in the back the power went out, and I looked out my window and the backyard lines were just bouncing up and down.
What followed was nearly 20 hours without power in a night many neighbors say they won't forget.
Tough, yeah. The AC's not working. I got no sleep. I'm also having a tree cut down in the back, and I can't even give them cold water. Edison's just not doing their job.
Several neighbors say they also had to throw away food from their fridges and freezers. But what frustrated the most was the constantly changing restoration times.
Every 2 hours, we got to know it'll be on at 10, it'll be on at midnight, it'll be on at 2 a.m., 4 a.m. And that's really frustrating because if I had known, if they just would say, this is going to be a big job, I would have loaded the food and taken it to my friend's house and to her freezer.
First Energy spokesperson Brooke Conlon says with more AC units running during extreme heat, the system can see more demand. But she says crews take steps every year to help prevent outages.
We do equipment inspections using thermovision and ultraviolet cameras in order to look at equipment. So it helps us identify any sources of overheated components or voltage issues that may occur, detect potential problems before they happen.
Conlon understands those steps won't completely eliminate outages. She also adds customers can take steps of their own.
Adjusting your thermostat if you can, keep it, where you're comfortable. Say you set your thermostat at, 73 degrees. If you could bump it up a degree or two, it makes a difference. Use ceiling fans and just fans in general.
And for those complaints about the changing restoration times,
crews are working 16-hour shifts 24/7. We're treating this like it's an active storm with the preparations we've done with staffing and everything like that. So our crews are out there ready to respond.
And Conlon says if you're dealing with an outage, you're always encouraged to report it to Toledo Edison. And for the Crossgates neighbors who say they deal with issues around this time every year, Conlon says crews take those concerns seriously. Reporting in studio, Anthony DeFilippo, WTOL 11.